Hey, One Up Church, Peter here with our quarterly update. I thought it'd be fun to do it on location. Sandy and I are here at the Potter's House, which is the mission property for Go Missions International, a ministry that we partner with. And we just had a great weekend of celebrating their 15-year anniversary, preached about 3 times, been doing a lot of just ministry, but also just really building relationships here. It's been a great week, and now we're part of the discipleship week here with Core. And so I'm just going to kind of show you around the place as I do these 7 updates, all right? All right, let me first take you inside the main room of the Potter's House. A lot of fun and energy happens here. Look at all these where just the food happens and just relationships happen. Young people just gathering, having fun. They're having a break right here between there's some of their class sessions, and just a lot of fun and energy in this space right here. Update number 1, Jeremiah and Amanda. Speaking of fun and energy, Jeremiah and Amanda have brought so much fun and energy to our church. We just have loved them being a part of our congregation and all that they bring. Thought we were going to have to say goodbye to them at the end of 2024 here. Amanda got a job north of Seattle. They were going to have to move. Well, they are still going to have to move, but not as far as they thought, Puyallup area. And they really love One Hope Church, and we love them. And so they're going to continue on at least through June. We're just going to see how it goes with that commute for them and being a part of our congregation, mainly on the weekends, but also helping out with other things during the week. Like Jeremiah is really going to kind of take over our social media, really help us in our media and video. And Amanda's going to continue to really pour into our kids and planning our Sunday mornings and building a team of folks. And so we're just so excited that we get to hang on to those two, really servants of the Lord, and they're just we just love their youthful energy, and they're just fun people. And so that's great news for One Up Church. And then here is the exciting new addition to the Potter's House, the Aquascape that was just built this last year. Just adds to the serene setting of this space that is used for marriage retreats, for counseling, just for a space for discipleship and reflecting on the Lord. And I've been using this space here. This is my spot for just spending time with the Lord each morning. It's just a really cool new feature. Definitely the most exciting new feature here at the Potter's House. Update number 2, the budget meeting. Speaking of exciting, the most exciting event of the year is happening this Sunday, January 19th, the annual budget meeting, and it's going to be a blast. Actually, if you are new to One Hope Church, have not been to one of our budget meetings, and you've been to budget meetings of other churches, this is a refreshing thing you're going to experience. It's a fun time. Mark Cooper does a great job just giving a very, a brief but really thorough presentation of our budgets, and he's there to answer questions. We love Q&A, so please come with your questions. But it is just a wonderful time just to talk about what we're excited about moving to the coming year, and just how we're using our resources at One Hope Church. And so really encourage you to be a part of that. The way we do membership at One Hope Church is that if you consider yourself a member, you're a member. And we do the budget presentation, and then an email will go out in the following week for us to vote online to approve the budget. So would love to be a part of the January meeting. It's going to be right after church, so encourage you to stick around for that. In fact, Sandy and I, we could continue here at Peru for a long time, but we love the budget meeting so much that we're flying back Saturday just so that we can be here for that exciting event of the budget meeting. And so here is just a picture of the main building that was initially built, but as the vision kind of grew, for Go Missions kept expanding its ministry here. There was the need for the second building here that was just a dream at one time, and then God provided the funds, the finances, and the people to build this space. And we've seen it develop over the years, and now it's fully functioning. There's rooms for married couples. There's rooms, kind of dormitories for groups. There's a classroom. It's just a great ministry space, and it's been fun to see how God provided for Go Missions for this building to happen. Update number 3, stewardship. Speaking of vision for expansion, we at One Hope Church also want to continue to grow as a church family and to expand in various areas of ministry. And so I just want to say a quick word. One of the things that needs to make that happen is finances. And so just a word about stewardship. In addition to having a budget, you got to have resources for that budget. And so I just want to encourage everyone, if you've not actually engaged in regular giving, to maybe take that step. We had a little bit of a shortfall last year. We have a lot of savings, so it's nothing to be concerned about right now, but it's not a trend that we want to continue. And so really encourage you to consider maybe either increasing your giving a little bit or to jump into regular giving if you've not done so already. There is this thing called inflation. 4% every year, and so we increase our expenses at least 4% every year, and there's also other things that we want to engage with in ministry. And so really encourage you to either consider a slight increase in your giving or to jump into regular giving if you've not done so already. And if you're wondering how to do that, on the screen there you can see you can mail in checks regularly to our P.O. box, or you can scan that QR code and sign up for online giving, or you can actually talk to Mark Hooper directly and he'll actually set you up with regular giving through your bank account, which is probably the cheapest and easiest way as far as One Hope and probably yourself is concerned. So consider one of those giving options, and if those options don't fit, Mark Hooper will come up with some other option for you. So encourage you to jump into stewardship. And here I am at the very corner of the Go Missions property here, and in the very corner is a cross, because Jesus is the center of everything that Go Missions is about, lifting high the cross, celebrating, proclaiming what Jesus has done for us through the cross. It's all about Jesus. Update number 4, new series and podcast. Just as the Go Missionaries are all about the cross, so are we at One Hope Church. And this season right now, we're entering into a 16-week really journey into looking at the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. And so really encourage you to jump in and engage with this 16-week study, but also our Monday through Saturday podcast, supplemental readings and podcast reflections. And there on the screen, you can see a bunch of the names of the folks that we have sharing these podcasts every week. It's just been really a rich time for those of us who've engaged with that. If you have not done so, really encourage you to you could scan the QR code there on the screen there, and you can sign up for the podcast, the scripture readings, to be texted or emailed to you, or you can just go on the website as well, and there's a page where everything is archived. Actually, all of our 10 seasons of our Bible reading podcast are archived, so you have all kinds of listening options for you in just in your devotional life. So use that great supplement that One Hope Church provides. And here is part of the flock that lives here together with the Go Missions missionaries, and we're not sure if they're sheep or goats, but here I am kind of helping to bring in the sheep, bring in the flock, pastoring the sheep. Update number 5, 3 teams update. So speaking of shepherding and pasturing sheep and goats and such, we also, as an elder team, are realizing that we need to grow in our shepherding of the congregation, being really released to really focus on the things that I think elders and pastors are really to focus on. Spent about a year, starting last November, a year ago November, to really evaluate, looking at some of the things that we're doing as an elder team that we probably don't need to do, and also reevaluating our 9 action teams, which are a lot, and we're going to still have that many teams. Some of them are just individuals doing stuff, but realizing that we need to kind of simplify a little bit and really have 3 core project managers of 3 core categories of teams. And so we've been talking about that. That's not new, but just want to kind of finalize this a little bit, because we have our project leads for each, and let me just share who those are. For our communications team, that's one team. The communications team, our project manager is going to be James Wilborn, and so he's not going to do everything, but he's going to make sure things get done and help with some vision casting and just kind of organizing of the various teams underneath communications. And another team is the worship services team, just dealing with anything having to do with our Sunday morning worship services as well as special services. Christine Timbo is going to be our project lead, detail person, really helping to oversee, make sure everything gets done that needs to get done, nothing falls through the cracks, kind of working with the various leads of the teams that are associated under that kind of larger worship service teams category. And then a third major kind of category of teams is what we're currently calling our missions and outreach team. And Carrie Mysteric is going to head that up and really help us to kind of get organized and stay on task with mission and outreach and thinking creatively and getting things scheduled and working with the communications team to communicate and announcing our worship services. So all these teams kind of work together, as you can kind of imagine. So our project leads will be working together too. So just want to let you know that is continue to be in process, but we've made a lot of progress. And so we are ready for update number 6, our pastoral team update. And then this space back here, which is technically, I guess, the front door there, but this whole space really feels like the backyard where you just kind of gather in community, and just a lot of just community building and worship and growth happens here around the fire pit, especially at night with a fire there, and just discussion and talking and worshiping together and just doing life on life discipleship kind of back in this space here. Just as so much discipleship and teaching and community building happens around that fire pit area that I just showed you here at Go Missions, the pastoral team, with hopefully really being freed up now, I think, by those 3 teams I mentioned in the last update, doing really a lot of the nuts and bolts of ministry at One Hope Church, frees the pastoral team now this coming year to really focus on what does it mean to be a pastoral team and as elders, and what's our function. And so really we've discerned that really the chief thing that we really need to focus on is discipleship and adult education and teaching, building community through life together groups and discipling through discipleship groups, accountability groups, share groups like our Guys Beer and Bible Time, just all of those kinds of ways that we connect to one another, kind of give pastoral covering over everyone, discern what the needs are, but really it's doing life on life discipleship, but also community building in our small groups. And so as well as doing visitation and kind of sharing that, and just making sure nobody slips through the crack and people are ministered to within One Hope Church, basically as a team doing the work of pastoring, because no one person can know everything that's going on in everybody's life, nor should he. And so we have a team of folks that are we're doing this together, but really we're really mobilizing you, because we're all in this together. We all share this ministry of caring for one another and encouraging one another and doing life on life discipleship with one another. It's not a top-down structure, it's a very flat system we have here at One Up Church. And so we're really excited this coming year to really focus on how do we continue to build on what an elder team really should be and how it should function. And then update number 7, our Peru trip. Hey, just want to kind of give a last update on just our time here in Peru, that it's been a great ministry weekend and week for Sandy and me here. As I mentioned, we did a weekend missions conference as well as the 15-year celebration, and kind of preached at that several times. And now this week we're in right now, they call it CORE. It's a discipleship program for young adults. And so I have an opportunity to as well kind of pour into the lives of young people and through some teaching and just building relationships. And as well as just kind of supporting the Craft family. They are just an amazing family, and we have loved partnering with them. One of the big reasons I love partnering with the Crafts is they share our DNA. They're not religious, they're not fake, they're real people, they're not perfect, they share openly their struggles, and they just really put a focus on fellowship and community and authentic community. And so it's really part of our DNA as well, and of course a big part of the ministry. Their motto is love and serve. That's what they aim to do, is to love and serve their community as well as share the gospel with folks as well. So we love partnering with the Crafts, and they love partnering with us. In fact, here's Nick and Shannon just to give a little welcome.
Hi guys, we're so excited. We're so excited that Peter and Sandy were here to share with us this 15-year anniversary. It's been so crazy. We've had all kinds of people here, like 80 people every day eating, and great teaching, great messages. Today we baptized 5 people. It was absolutely fabulous. We're having a great time, and we're so grateful for you guys.
And we hope and pray that you guys can come down, have some great time, good food, good coffee, good conversation. And we love you, and we really appreciate all that you guys help us and support us here in Potter's House.
Thank you for your partnership.
Hey, thanks for listening to these updates. Just really excited about the coming year. 2025 is going to be a great year of doing life and ministry together with you as a church family. Sandy, I love you guys so much. We love being a part of this community. We're excited about what God has in store for us. But I'm even more excited about the budget meeting that is happening on January 19th. We're flying home. We're going to fly home Saturday night so we can make it in time for the budget meeting. We're so excited. I hope to see you there as well. All right. Thanks for listening.
All right, now forget everything that Peter's just told you, and I'm going to tell you what's really happening.